Lauren Doherty and Zach Greenwood, a young couple from Rossdale in the north of England, were excited when they welcomed their first child, a beautiful baby girl named Gracie. Doherty, who had studied media, hair, and makeup at college, became a full-time mom devoted to caring for their little girl. Their joy only grew when they learned that they were expecting a second baby, bringing even more happiness into their home. However, just 2 months after discovering that they were pregnant again, the couple received devastating news. Their precious daughter Gracie was diagnosed with a terminal brain tumor. The news was heart-wrenching, and the parents were overwhelmed with grief. One question lingered heavily on their minds. Would their second baby ever get the chance to meet his older sister? Gracie's condition worsened, and she was moved to Darien Children's Hospice, a local facility that provides palliative care. The hospice offered a peaceful space where Gracie could receive the care she needed, while Doherty and Greenwood were able to stay with her as part of a respite stay. It was during one of these stays that an unexpected event unfolded, one that would change their lives forever. In the early hours of one morning, while staying at the hospice to be close to Gracie, Doherty suddenly began feeling sharp pains in her abdomen. She had been heavily pregnant and was already past her due date. So could she be going into labor at the hospice? Panicked, she was rushed to a hospital in Bolton, but the contractions she was experiencing soon stopped, and Doherty returned to the hospice, thinking it was all over. But then, later that day, her waters broke, and there was no time to get her to the hospital. It became clear that she was going to give birth at Darien House. Doherty had wondered if she might go into labor while staying at the hospice, and although she had packed everything she would need for the birth, she hadn't expected it to happen so quickly. But now it was happening right there at the hospice. Nurse Louise Leach, one of the pediatric palliative care nurses at Darien House, took charge of the situation, offering calm and comforting support while they awaited the midwife. In the midst of the chaos, the young couple remained focused, and soon, in the quiet of the night, Doherty gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, Charlie Christopher, after a remarkably fast labor. She had anticipated a long, slow delivery, but instead, Charlie arrived safely and swiftly. Doherty expressed her gratitude for Nurse Leach, who helped keep things calm in the midst of the unexpected birth. Though Greenwood had struggled to get in touch with the midwife during the panic, Nurse Leach remained a steady presence. It was an extraordinary moment. Charlie's birth was the first ever to take place at Darien House, a place more commonly associated with the care of sick children and grieving families. Georgina Cox, the chief executive of Darien House, was thrilled to welcome little Charlie into the world and offered her heartfelt congratulations to the family. It was such a lovely surprise to welcome little Charlie into the world here at Darien House, the first birth in our history, Cox said. Cox and the staff at Darien House were deeply moved by the unexpected joy that Charlie's arrival brought. This extra special delivery shows how our staff can rise to any occasion and provide the support our families need, whatever the situation, Cox added. The hospice's role in supporting the family was invaluable, and Doherty expressed her immense gratitude. Darien House was amazing. I don't know what I would have done without them, she told ITV News. Despite the sadness surrounding Gracie's condition, the staff at Darien House found hope in Charlie's arrival. Cox reflected on the emotional impact the birth had on everyone involved, calling it a symbol of hope in the darkest of times. In a place that often witnessed sorrow, Charlie's birth reminded everyone of the resilience of the human spirit. In the most touching part of this story, Gracie, who was gravely ill, had the chance to meet her baby brother. According to her mother, Gracie gave Charlie a kiss and a warm cuddle when they were introduced. While it is likely that Charlie won't remember this moment, he will always have the photos to remind him that he did indeed get to meet his very special big sister. With both of their children now part of their world, Doherty and Greenwood are focused on cherishing the time they have left together as a family. "We just want to spend as much time together as a family," Doherty said. Although the future is uncertain, the memory of that beautiful moment when Gracie met Charlie will forever be a part of their family story.